Assalamu alaikum. So this is part three in which I want to explain, why it's so critical to get the community rectified and the masajid and the Muslims to start doing Islam. And in a land of da'wah, that means you have to start the Islam of Medina, and you have not started. With ISNA being 58 years old, You've got 2,500 masajid in the United States. None of them are doing Islam. None of their imams are doing Islam. There's not a Muslim doing Islam in North America. All right? So understand, trying to summarize how severe this crime is, There's a hadith in which Rasulullah ﷺ tells exactly what is happening in the Muslim world right now. Rasulullah said that soon Allah will gather the nations of the world to come and slaughter you and blow you to pieces. And they will invite each other to join in like people invite each other to a feast. And the first converts of Islam, who were his Sahaba, asked, Ya Rasulullah, is it because we will be few on that day? There will be so few of us that they can just come and slaughter us and blow us to pieces? Rasulullah says no. You will be many. And now we have what? 1.x billion Muslims, in the world. Rasulullah said, no, you will be many, but you are ghutha. Ghutha means something that is useless. Ghutha means garbage, rubbish. And you are infected with a disease that he called al-wahn. It's in terms of like medicine, the term is used, In Arabic, it's when your body has such a tremendous weakness that it's useless. And they asked, what is the cause of this? And Rasulullah said, Hub ad-dunya wa karahiyat al-maut. It's because of your commitment and occupation and all of your time in dunya. And when it comes to Islam, you're useless. And here you are, 50 years, your community has ignored the most important thing in Islam that began with the very first word Allah revealed. It was the mission of the entire life of Rasulullah ﷺ. And it's where Islam began. And you ignored it and destroyed it. And to get a visual of what you've done is that when you ignored the mission of da'wah and you ignored and lost and destroyed the human beings who came to Allah, who came to Islam, وَقَالُوا رَبَّنَا إِنَّنَا سَمِعْنَا مُنَادِيًا يُنَادِي لِلْإِيمَانِ أَنْ آمِنُوا بِرَبِّكُمْ فَأَمَنَّا. And we had to leave, sometimes relocating, to find a community where we think we can live and we can't even find one. And we lost family, we lost friends, we lost spouses, we lost the people we would have married. We lost the people that we loved and who loved us and that our lives depended on, exactly like the Sahaba. And your community did nothing because you haven't started doing Islam yet. It is the most important thing from the Quran, and it's like you took the Quran and put it in a dumpster and set it on fire. This is what you did. You took Rasulullah's life, his mission, you threw it in a dumpster and set it on fire. You took the Medina community, where Islam came from, you threw it in a dumpster and set it on fire. You destroyed it. That's how serious it is, and it's written in your book. Don't we believe as Muslims that what we do and don't do in our daily lives, when we don't fulfill obligations to Allah, that it's written twice a day in our book? And when we're standing in front of Allah, our book is shoved in our face that shows us what we did with our lives? When you have Rasulullah ﷺ saying that what you're seeing, Allah's destruction in all over the Muslim world, 26 Muslim countries, under the destruction of Allah, and Rasulullah is saying it's because you are useless garbage to Islam. Okay? So this mission of da'wah in the Quran, the book of Allah, is connected to the nusra of Allah. In other words, the nusra of Allah is behind this mission. إِذَا جَاءَ نَصْرُ اللَّهِ وَالْفَتْحُ وَرَأَيْتَ النَّاسَ يَدْخُلُونَ فِي دِينِ اللَّهِ. Okay? And so in this verse, which we teach our kids when they're 3 years old, okay? Allah has connected, Allah has told that what his help is behind is the mission of Rasulullah's life, which is the mission of da'wah, which is the mission of converts and the community of converts. And your community threw it all in a dumpster and set it on fire. You destroyed it. Okay? In the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has connected his ridda with being the ansar of this mission and the ansar of converts. That's what a community of Islam is for. That's what Muslim brother means. I talked about this earlier. Okay? Today's Muslims, you don't understand. You don't have the amana. You are weak, useless garbage as Muslims. You don't have the responsibility of Islam. The Sahaba understood Muslim brother is someone your life depends on. And I'm going to get into this more about how the masajid are useless to converts and how Muslim men in particular are useless. Okay? But Allah has connected his ridda to this mission. Okay? So instead of having the destruction of Allah killing Muslims by the millions over the last 50 years, Palestine is described as an open-air prison. Millions of Muslims in Iraq, the entire country completely destroyed. Boom, there goes Syria. Boom, there goes Libya. Boom, there goes Yemen. All the Gulf countries are corrupt as hell, absolute filth. Okay, Pakistan has been owned by the CIA since 1972. The people, the Muslims there, don't even own their own country. Do you think you need the help of Allah or no? Okay, because you missed out. You took it, threw it in a dumpster, and set it on fire. But Allah connected his ridda. وَالسَّابِقُونَ الْأَوَّلُونَ مِنَ الْمُهَاجِرِينَ وَالْأَنصَارِ وَالَّذِينَ اتَّبَعَهُمْ بِإِحْسَانٍ رَضِيَ اللَّهُ عَنْهُمْ وَرَضُوا عَنْهُ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala declared his ridda on two groups of converts, Muhajirin and Ansar, the people who established the Medina community, the community of converts, the community set up to solve the problems of converts and to establish the lives of converts so that Islam can continue and be built up and spread. And this is why it's critical, because you haven't even started. 50 years you spent, okay, on the wrong foundations. The masajid of the Arabs and Days did not come here for Islam, did not come here with Islam. I was here 33 years ago. I swear to you that Muslims came not knowing a damn thing about Islam, and until today, Arabs and Daisies do not know a damn thing about Islam. Okay? And so the masajid were not set up for Islam. Okay, the masajid were set up as a cultural space. They were set up because immigrants, you know, for any immigrant, when you go into a new society, a new culture, you experience what we call culture shock. And so the Muslims who came here wanted a space where they could maintain their identity. And that's why all the focus we've seen, you know, now for the last 20 years It focuses on Muslim identity, not Islam. Islam doesn't exist, okay? So, Allah, I mean, you have Rasulullah saying that Allah is sending destruction. We've seen it. Just turn on the damn news. It's been going on 50 years. It gets worse every year, worse every day. Every Jum'ah, every Imam stands on the minbar, Allahumma ansur al-Islam wal Muslimin, oh Allah, help Islam and Muslims. And Allah sends bombs that day. Every Ramadan, Imams make the same dua every night. Oh Allah, help Islam and help the Muslims. And Allah sends bombs, blowing Muslims to pieces. Every year during Hajj, Muslims stand in the Kaaba, make dua to Allah. Oh Allah, help Islam and Muslims. And Allah blows up 1 million Muslims that year. Okay? So I got to cut off now. I'm going to come back later, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.